So I've been asked to film a quick video on how to finish the inside of a spoon bowl with just a right hook knife, just a righty. There's a common misconception out there that you need a right-handed hook and also a left-handed hook to get the job done. And while sometimes it can make it easier if there's squirrely grain or just something unexpected, it's not 100% necessary. There's definitely a way to finish the whole spoon with just one knife. It's something that will come with more experience with a hook knife, and using the same knife repeatedly obviously will breed more success. But I'll just show you kind of some basic cuts here, and I'll do the entire inside of this bowl with just a righty hook knife. Generally speaking, I always start from the tip and work my way to the back of the bowl towards the shoulders there. Always making sure to get this rim even on the front. And then as you're creeping around the sides, you want to get the rim even on the sides. And towards that transition area where you can feel the grain start to snag, somewhere around right where your crank is, that's where you're going to want to let up and come at it from a different direction with the same hook. So hopefully this comes through. Cleaning up the transition, you just go straight across the grain, being mindful of the meat in your hand here. And at the back, you can do nice deep cuts to get a little bit of, so your spoon holds a little bit more and isn't just a flat form. And I'll move back and forth from, one quadrant to another or one end of the spoon to another. To me, it's not, you don't have to do it all perfect all in one shot. And some people will say that there are strict steps in spoon carving, and while sometimes that's the case, this is not one of those moments. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time making sure that this is perfectly pretty, but I will give you the general gist, and I'll touch on every surface here. I know one area people tend to have problems with is right here. And I'll get the general shape of the back of the bowl. I'll kind of outline that at the shoulders here. And like I did from this end of the bowl, work my way towards that transition. You can see, maybe you can't see, you can see right here where the grain is kind of torn. I apologize for the lighting. Lighting's a bit much in here right now. But right where that grain starts tearing, that's where you just come straight across the grain and go cut from one rim to the opposing rim. Ideally, this would be in one cut for less tool marks, but you do what's comfortable. You do what you feel looks good and what you feel is necessary to achieve the kind of finish that you want to achieve. A lot of times sometimes on spoons that I'm doing finishing cuts on, but often on spoons that I'm roughing out, I will outline with a pencil. Let's see if I got one here I can show you. I will just put the pencil lead right here and literally just move it on the tip of my finger with the lead touching the inside here, which will define a rim for me, and I'll follow that line with my hook knife. A lot of these shavings, I mean, some people take nice big bites and, you know, they like bolder facets on their spoons. I'm a bit more of a perfectionist than that, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I like a smoother bowl. I'm not positive how much of this is actually coming out on camera. Like I said, the lighting in here is like really overkill at the moment. But if I were to use the light sitting right next to me, you wouldn't see much at all. It's just one of those times of day that isn't perfect for showing something like this, so I do apologize. I've been trying to get the backs of my bowls a little bit deeper because a spoon is more useful that way, in my opinion. So I'll take some pretty heavy cuts at the back of the bowl. You know, all the while kind of every now and then feeling to see what my depth is at any given spot on the spoon. So that, let me see if I can focus here, is good enough, at least for demonstration purposes. So generally speaking, just to kind of recap, I will start here, work my way kind of diagonally down the bowl to this invisible line right here, which is your crank. And then always working towards that crank line, towards the middle of the bowl. And from here, I will come down and stop at that crank line, flip my spoon around, and you can attack this from a few different angles. You can literally come straight with the grain like that, or you can come kind of perpendicular to the grain and cut that way. And with the opposing corner, you're coming pretty straight with the grain. And you don't have too many choices when it comes to that area. You're just kind of at the mercy of the grain itself and working your way around it. Just to kind of clean up that rim right here, creep towards that invisible line. For our purposes, that's gonna be pretty decent right there. That's about all I need to show you guys what I'm talking about. Hopefully this is helpful to my friend online, Camille, and some of the rest of you as well. If you guys got any other ideas for videos you'd like to see, I will definitely consider them, so you can always drop them in the comments. Other than that, I will see you in the next one.